Welcome, everyone. I'm Alfred Lamont Weber, and it's an extraordinary privilege and pleasure to be here with two people who have taken me out of an orbit that I have been in for many decades. Everybody knows that I have been working in the exopolitical field now for a whole number of decades. I am here with the creator and director of Venus Spirit, who's coming to us from Germany, Anja Schaefer, and with the official Venus historian appointed by the democratically elected leader of Venus, the Queen of Venus, Dr. Raymond Keller. And we're going to be sharing with you an extraordinary opportunity, actually an event that's happening. We're now in 2026, which is 1 year beyond that vaunted year of 2025, where everything was really going to get shaken up. And now we're in 2026, where the whole ascension and reformatting of Earth is going to be implemented, started to be implementation. Well, that's starting in Germany, believe me, and it's starting in Germany in May. Anja Schaefer, the director here, is going to tell you all about it, because we're here with the ultimate UFO Disclosure Conference happening on May 13th to 17th, 2026. But it's not only a UFO Disclosure Conference, because it's actually a heart feels event that fits into everything that's happening on the planet. And I'd like to turn the sharing and discussion over to Anja, who will tell us all about what's happening in Germany and how this is designed to affect the global heart fields, and then the who, what, where, and when of what this will happen and who will be there and how you can participate with all of us. So Anja, please tell us.
My goodness, Alfred, what an introduction. I feel so humbled, so honored, and so grateful. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here. I'm really already glowing. Okay, let me take a deep breath and answer the question. So the Ultimate UFO Disclosure Conference is going to take place in the heart of Germany. It is really centrally located, and it is the second Ultimate UFO Disclosure Conference, because the first one we already had 2 years back in 2024. The name originated from Dr. Raymond Keller, because he visited us, Germany, for the first time in 22. And since then, so many things started to unfold. I got a special activation that gave me the spiritual or the energetic background to be able to hold all this energy now and to grow within it, along with it. So when I think of myself 10, 20, 30 years ago, I would not have been able to handle this energetically, people-wise, financially, organizationally. There is so much connected to organizing an event that can potentially, in this case, hold 900 physical participants and more. So yes, we have 18 international speakers. Half of them are English-speaking people like Raymond, Keller, and one of the most prominent, I would say, and extraordinary persons or people, human beings, ETs that are coming is Omnec. Onec. We certainly will talk about her a little bit more later in this interview. Omnec, the woman from Venus, the real Venusian. And yeah, what else shall I say? It is, as you can see, maybe in my background. I mean, the image in my background actually is an image that I chose particularly for my second conference. I'm just mentioning it now because I'm organizing two international conferences this year. One is the UFO Disclosure, and the other is the Christos Sophia Conference. And the Christos Sophia Conference is really all about the heart, all about the expansion of the unified field within us. Again, remembering our true essence of divine beings, of who we really are, and getting really everything merged within us. And the ultimate UFO Disclosure Conference is before, it's like a preparation also for those souls, for those people who feel called to participate either physically or virtually, because we also offer live stream. And many of them may, or a part of them may also want to go deeper into the heart field. And this is what the Christos Sophia Conference is for. So it's a lot going on, and yes, it's radiating from Germany because I'm born in Germany and I have been living and working here since almost 56 years now. And so obviously there must be a reason, spiritually and energetically and whatever, that I'm in this position of bringing all this somehow together. It's amazing.
And you're right. Most importantly, it's all guided from Venusian inspiration. How would you describe the relationship between Venus and Earth from what you know, and from what Onec has said, and from what Dr. Keller has taught us?
Oh, that's a great question. I can really answer this very, very simplified because in my case, my contact is Omnec Onec, and she is supposed to be from Venus. And I think the three of us know that this is not just an invented or a made-up story, but that she really holds this frequency of a higher advanced being and of unconditional love. This is what activated my heart 30 years ago when I met her for the first time. So to really say it very simply, if I'm a representative for Earth and Omnec is a representative for Venus, Anja and Omnec represent Earth and Venus. And since Venus is also part of our ancestry, and the Venusians are basically our forefathers, part of our forefathers, and they have a lot of love for the planet Earth, for the Earth. Of course, they want to protect it and they want to help people thrive. They want to help people awaken to their true identities, to their true essence as soul, which is not really a personal identity, but it is a way of being. It is a being. It is just how to be, not how to think or how to act, but how to be. And this is what Omnec really represents. I mean, I know her since so many years, and I know that she is just a being that just is, and she's not a thinker that's doing a lot or thinking a lot. And so her and we have been circling around and merging our energy fields now since 30 years, and I consider myself as it's a little bit like the torch that is handed over from one being that is in this light to another being that has the light potentially. And I just had it potentially. And since Omnec arrived in my life, it has been growing. And this happens through activations, heart center chakra openings. I had one big one since when I met Omnec. I had another one 3 years, 4 years ago through a different kind of encounter, but the energy is always about expanding the heart field, the individual heart center chakra, which is then starting to really bloom, radiate. And at the same time, there is also a purging process connected that is purging everything that's not in the real truth. And this is everything that we call belief systems, structures, matrix, or what we bought into, what we are investing our energy into that's not really our true self. And all this is being purged through a big fire of love, step by step, gradually. And this is the expansion that's happening. And this is the connection. It's like Venus is coming to Earth, and Earth wants to rise to a consciousness the Venusians already have reached. And it's like a merging process. This is what I would call ascension.
Amazing. Now, as I understand it, at this event, at this ultimate conference, May 13th to 17th, 2026, Omnec new book will be presented, and it will be her last conference in Europe. Is that correct?
As far as we know, yes, that's correct.
Yes, yes. So that those of you who are in North America and Asia and elsewhere who want to meet and see a live Venusian, who have not seen Omnec before, or who have gone to our late colleague Robert Potter's events at Mount Shasta, but he passed, God bless his soul, just after Easter in 2025. The way to do that would be to go to this event and to participate with her new book.
Yes.
And can you share with us what her new book is about, its title, or perhaps some of its substance? Because this would be the incentive for all of those people who used to go to Mount Shasta to see Omnec and to see Robert Potter and to see the Venusians and to be in North America, can now go to this great event in Germany, because so much is going on in the United States now with all these events that are happening at a certain frequency, and to go to a higher, super high frequency in Germany now from May 13th to 17th. So over to you, Anja.
Yeah, or to Ray, I mean, I can, of course, answer everything that you just mentioned. I could talk about that for hours with excitement, the title of the new book, how it came all about, that we want to be together, and that we are going to be together. And Raymond is, of course, also there. Maybe, may I just hand the word to Ray, because Ray can also talk about the book. He's part of it.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Anja. Yes, it was a privilege to work with you, Anja, and with Tanya Maidenford in interviewing Onec in the we were in the beautiful lake of the Ozarks region, and we interviewed her over a course of 2 or 3 weeks there, and we had a great time. She revealed many things that she hasn't revealed before about conditions on Venus and in the astral plane generally, and with the input from Tanya in filming it, as many of you might know, or maybe you don't know. Tanya worked in the production of the UFO disclosure documentary, The Extraterrestrial Species Almanac. And in addition to the premiere of Omnec's book, there'll also be a German showing of this documentary film. So that will be another important event taking place. And I mean, it was just such a joy to be in the Venusian energy and to be blessed with the opportunity of spending this quality time with Omnec, Onec, and bringing this information to the light of the world.
Yes, and we are currently, actually, Tonja Maidenford is the one who accompanied us, and she she was responsible for the technical part. So she did the audio and the video recordings. The audios are the ones that we then transcribed and what we are now what we are now creating the book from. Yeah. And the videos Tonja still has, and we will see what is supposed to unfold from that, maybe even another documentary, or if the right people at the right time show up with the right amount of money, we could even think of creating a bigger film out of Omnec's life story, showing the mission and the astral life on Venus and everything. You know, this is something that's really the big future plan, to have like a movie made. And Tonja now has all the great material from the real Omnec, probably her last interview even, and yeah, and the title of the book is going to be A Woman from Venus, the Ozark Interviews. We name it like that because, yeah, it's not just a third part of her autobiography. It's mostly interviews, and she revealed, as Ray just said, lots of information with her answers. And since Tonja was kind of new in our field, in our picture, not from a soul level, but from a personal level, she was able to also ask questions that I would not even think of asking anymore, because I know the story since 30 years by heart. And so Tonja came up with a fresh point of view, with a fresh perspective. And last but not least, as Raymond already said, yes, Tonja is going to be at the UFO Disclosure Conference too, along with her production partner, Frank Jacob. They are working on those films together, on the film projects. And they even help me now with selecting photos and with creating beautiful images that go into the book, that have never been shown and published before, that show really behind the scenes information about what happened in the Ozarks during our time together, photos from Omnec's life that have never been published, and lots of surprises that I don't want to say all now, but we will share it all at the UFO Disclosure Conference. So we are going to have a lot of premieres there.
So you are creating really a multidimensional center of learning at this time, which will be at May 13th to 17th, 2026. And I'm just looking at the 5 Ws. This is actually the largest UFO conference in Europe, as you said, with 18 international speakers. It's a 5-day event. There is going to be 900 participants, and people better hurry up, because I think you said you've already sold 200 of the 900.
No, 300, almost close to 300.
Almost 300 of the 900, that's a third. And today we're at February 12th.
Yeah.
And I was saying, you see, the United States and Canada are on a special kind of pressure now from a cosmic point of view. So you in Germany are creating a safe multidimensional space for all of this multidimensional learning to take place, a unique event, lectures, workshops, panel discussions, music, but at a multidimensional learning that can be protected in all of this. You don't have the ice police coming in and all of this that we all know about that has tried to take over Greenland and the Arctic. I'm in Canada, so I'm semi-protected. You know, I've got dual citizenship.
This is so exciting what you're saying, because this is really what's going on, Alfred, because the protection also comes from the location itself. It's not just that it's in Germany, but it is a Hinduistic temple, and this is private property. This belongs to this Hinduistic group, and they have a spiritual leader, and it's all about love. This whole place in itself is all about love, because they have a temple and they have prayers every day, live music every day, and everybody who is coming there to an event, also to the UFO Disclosure Conference, is free to participate in that. And even if they don't want to get up at 7 in the morning, participate at the prayers or whenever the prayers take place, they still will feel the energy, because there is this whole dedication of this group of these people, this team there that is dedicating their whole lives to this, to their spiritual evolution. And this is what makes this whole so sacred. And there's a lake included. There's a lake that belongs to the place. There is wood and you know, trees and everything that also belongs to the place. And this is why we are so safe. There is no interference possible from any groups or so that could just get on our nerves. No, because we are safe there. This is why we can grow and expand our heart fields.
Exactly. And so that all you have to go is just go to the description right below this video, and you've got the links to the conference website. You've got the links to the location. You've got the links to the event, and you'll see the Hinduistic Ashram, the daily prayers, the sacred place with good energy at the lake with nature.
Yep.
It'll be May. There'll be perfect weather in central Germany. The food is vegan, vegetarian. There are even dormitories for people with a low budget.
Yep.
Their translations for the German speakers, possibly via smartphones and translation earbuds. And their workshops and exhibitor tables, and most of the Germans speak English because Germany is a bilingual country. In other words, the people there it'll be almost a bilingual event, I would say, in terms of the presentations, in terms of German and English. Is that right?
Yes.
It's about bilingual event.
Almost. I mean, it's not I don't have simultaneous translation. So you know, because I would have to rent special technology and make it also more expensive, because people would have to rent it. And this is why nowadays there is so much possible with AI, with apps, and with smartphones. So, and these translator earbuds, I mean, they're just 30, no, I think 50 or $60. People can help themselves with translation, but with AI. We will also provide most certainly captions on the screen, automatic translations. And as you said, Alfred, that's totally right. This AI camera, this is following always Raymond. And most Germans do speak English. So all the conversations in the breaks, in the pauses, outside, wherever, whenever, people will have no problem with connecting and with talking with others. And we will have lots of people who help with translations, of course, you know, in conversations at the booth and in the breaks and so on. So it's more a frequency event, and it's not just only about understanding every single word. It's more about going inwards and connecting on a different level also within you and with the people. So I hope
So,
that helps. And so people should not
yeah.
feel prevented from coming just because they think they don't understand German. They will still get 100% what they need.
And going there, let's say you've got the 900 or even more, you'll meet great connections and new contacts.
Yeah.
And it'll be an event that just think of the soul contracts that are there. And so it's, we met there. We met at we met at the ultimate UFO Disclosure Conference 2.0, May 13th to 17th.
Yes.
We met at the UFO Conference in Germany, May 13th to 17th. In other words, people will say in the rest of their lives, we met there.
Yes.
Because there's a whole new group entity of souls that met there, and imagine all the positivity that is going to come out of there. It's like a Congress. It's like an unplanned Congress, like maybe a Congress. See, because I'm always thinking about legislative things, because that's how I was trained. That maybe you would have a Congress, because Anja, as we were discussing before, you, as a natural outgrowth, you have the Christos Sophia, and then I would have, let's have a planetary exopolitical conference in which we discuss Earth, Mars, and Venus relations, and then we set up all these things. A third conference would be exopolitical. You follow what I'm saying? Hey, how about that?
Well, this is very
organized. No, you're the organizer, and Germany's perfect. So I'm proposing as a third conference, maybe next year, an exopolitical conference. You think it'd be good?
Well, that sounds interesting. That sounds awesome. I think we have to get the people for that. I mean, the speakers that are political.
We have delegates. I mean, people are going to want to go, right?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think even this this conference represents a great cross section of ufology and various other areas of research and different points of view. And for those that think, this is like too much of a woo-woo type subject, well, one of our speakers, he'll be going out there with me, will be Bob Spearing. He's the director in MUFON of international sightings and encounters investigations. So this is a very serious thing. Laura Eisenhower will be there. This
is very grounded. You see, all of the governments can't sit on this anymore. It's breaking apart. They've been trying to sit on this and they can't do it anymore. So it's time for the exopolitical conference. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, it's really about time. And speaking about time, Frank Jacobs will be there. He's going to be talking about
Frank. I remember Frank.
Yes, alternate timelines and tracking for Mars, and
a film with Frank on a visit to Mars.
Yes, so we have not just representatives to talk about Venus, but Mars, and then Brad Olson to talk about the inner Earth and
Antarctica. He's mostly into Antarctica. And we also have Lothar Lauer, and Lothar Lauer is the reincarnation of the little boy of the book Smoky God. He remembers.
Oh, that's the inner world. Yeah.
That's the inner world, exactly.
Uh-huh.
And Brad Olson represents Antarctica expeditions and everything. And yeah, everybody
I
is.
know.
It,
I know that Frank Jacobs has been doing a lot of research on the moon lately. So I know
well, the
he'll
moon
probably,
and as I discovered, I mean, I'm a Johnny come lately, but the moon is a Venusian base. You know,
oh yes.
who just came to the party in 2025, like me. We just discovered this. Oh, well, to Dr. Keller, if I might, you are going to be sharing your autobiography, which will be published, I believe, by Venus Spirit. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. And I feel it's quite an honor to have my book released the same time with Omnec Onec, and we'll be sitting there at the same table, and people can come up and meet both of us, and I know that Omnec is always willing to answer people's questions, and so am I to the best of my ability, and I hope everybody will take advantage of coming out there and also meeting the many other speakers who will be there, and really shedding a new light on the interdimensionality of this whole subject. I just recently shifted into writing from that perspective myself in the last 4 books that I wrote with the legendary Fred Saluga.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the state director of the Mutual UFO Network in West Virginia, and then assistant state director in Pennsylvania. And well, he passed away. That's Fred right there, legendary Fred Saluga.
Yeah, he
He
passed.
passed away on the 3rd of
Mm.
December, and so I miss him greatly. And but he opened my eyes up about finding these ultra-dimensional connections. So in my autobiography, I try to reflect those connections wherever I find them in my life. So I owe that to Fred and also to Omnec to extending my viewpoint and expanding my consciousness and cosmic awareness.
wow. Yeah, I mean, that was I can remember delving deeply into your autobiography, and which is the astounding, thrilling, and true story of how you and Dr. Keller, Cosmic Ray, as you're known,
Yeah.
actually became the official historian of the intelligent civilization on the planet Venus, fully approved by the governing, duly and democratically elected planetary governing leader, the Queen of Venus. I mean, you know, you've been so designated, and you answer the question on page 386 of your autobiography: why are Venusians here on Earth? In one paragraph, which I'm looking at now, and it's a beautiful paragraph.
Well, thank you so much. I really I really appreciate that. And when we have this ultimate UFO Disclosure Conference 2.0, we're going to be talking about motives for disclosure on the part of the world governments, but also on the part of the Galactic Confederation and what their motives are for releasing information and what their timetable might be, or what their timetable, what factors it may be dependent upon. So it's going to be quite amazing.
That'd be great. Do you have Anja? It would be great if you could hold like a world press conference afterward that would release like press statements and hold a world press conference with all of these findings so that the governments would be informed.
Well, if somebody knows how to do that or how to organize that, I can certainly accept some help on that.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. One of the things that could I check with you? I was told that, for example, Onec was interviewed by mainstream German television networks. Is that true?
Well, that's 30 years ago.
Yeah, but she has been, right?
Well, she was in German TVs when her book came out. When her book initially was published in 94, that's really 30 years ago. This is when she was in German talk shows. Since then, not anymore.
Yeah, but you see, in the US, niente, nothing.
Just in the Jerry Springer show in 1991 or 1991, was it? No, 93, I think. She was twice in the Jerry Springer show.
Yeah,
that was legendary.
So at least in Germany, you have a Venusian on mainstream television. I also heard that Omnec was interviewed by the Russian cosmonauts. Is that true?
By Marina Popovich. That was also that was one of her first interviews. That is amazing, a beautiful interview. It's just 18 minutes long. It's the first interview that I uploaded on my newly opened YouTube channel 13 years ago. So when you go on my YouTube channel, Venus-Spirit, and you scroll down to the very, very, very first video, that's the interview between Omnec and Marina Popovich.
Marina began her career as a test pilot in the Soviet Air Forces. And then after her aerospace career, she was appointed as the director of the UFO investigations unit in the Soviet Union. And she affirmed that Omnec's story and vouches for her credibility as well.
You know, and if you compare that to North America, NASA, which we call never a straight story, you know, or not a space agency, not NASA, they suppress all of that. And in Russia, they interview the Venusian. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. And so that's why it's so important, the work that you're doing to give an opening on planet Earth to the Venusian ambassador. It's so important. It's so important. And that's why those who are listening, if you're in North America, think about, go to this opening at a higher level in Germany. It'll be in May 13th to 17th. Now, for those who cannot come physically there, let's say that it's just we're talking about February 13th. Let's say that they can't do it. And you say that there are different arrangements of live stream and replay. Could you explain that to our audience, Anja?
Yes, sure. I'd love to. So I hired a professional German TV team. They already were there in 24. Raymond met them. They were already filming and live streaming the first Ultimate UFO Disclosure Conference, and all those recordings are still available. And part of those recordings I published, for example, the opening and also the full presentation of Omnec Onec with me as the German translator. These two videos are full free on my YouTube channel. So there you can just see the quality. They are really perfect, absolute good quality, and in audio and in video. And this same team is hired again. So these people, this team is going to do the complete live stream of the full 5 days. Everything will be live streamed, unless, with the exception, somebody, for example, one of the speakers, like last time, for example, Tonja did a presentation that was copyrighted and she did not give the permission for live stream and recording. So we have to respect that. But I don't know yet how it's going to be this time, but I know that probably all of them, if not, yeah, probably all of the presentations and the panel discussions and the concerts, the opening ceremony and the closing ceremony, everything is going to be live streamed. So even if you really cannot come physically, you can attend virtually, and you can also get the recordings. And this is already on in my shop available. So the full live stream and the recordings is already available. But as you already said, Alfred, and you gave me really when you're talking about this multidimensional event, I was not even aware of what you were making me aware of now. That even those people who come really, who can make the effort, who can make the financial and time and energetic effort to come to that event, obviously as souls, they would have signed up beforehand for that. So I think there is no coincidence. Those people who really see us now, and who feel the calling, they have signed up for that before their incarnation. So they will just know, I have to go there, and I want to go there, and I will go there. And those people will not just be participants in this German big event, yes, but they also make experiences and have new revelations for themselves that they take with them wherever they go back, whether they go back to America, to Canada, to Asia, to wherever they go. And this is again helping the whole expansion of consciousness, the planetary consciousness, because we are always taking everything with us that we have experienced and realized and recognized and remembered, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Do I make sense?
Yes, yes. I think that it appears that this event is now building to be on May 13th to 17th, 2026, the Ultimate UFO Disclosure Conference 2.0 is actually building to be a planetary, multidimensional, interplanetary solar system event.
Wow.
Perhaps even at the galactic level.
Yeah.
And so that it's so many things are happening multi-dimensionally, and this will begin to reach everybody at the heart level and to move.
And it's also merging timelines. I think it's also coming from the future. I mean, if you imagine that those Venusians who are our forefathers, but they're also now existing in a higher dimension, in a higher frequency. And Raymond was there, and Omnec is from there. So we are all connecting. We are connecting our own future selves.
Exactly. Yes, yes.
Raymond.
And so this is now acquiring planetary and solar system mass.
Yes.
it's acquiring
Mass.
planetary and solar system mass and coming along. You know, my clock just turned to 45, and we had talked about, and they said that 45 would be the optimum time. So I'm going to ask first Dr. Keller and Anja, do you have anything further that you want to share? And then we'll move on, and we'll move on to sharing the video with the planet and the solar system. Dr. Keller, do you have anything you want to share?
Yes, thank you. We're definitely moving into critical times. These are times of great transitioning that have been long prophesied. I was reading the Imitation of Christ, written by a 15th century author, Thomas à Kempis, and in chapter 48 of his work, he points out the arrival of the New Jerusalem coming down from the heavens like a space platform, and he talks about all these changes that are coming as the Earth literally enters into a higher dimension. And I just posted this article on Lon Strickler's Phantoms and Monsters website. It's on there today if you want to read it. But this is the kind of event coming up, the Ultimate UFO Disclosure 2.0, that's going to help awaken souls and prepare them for the momentous changes that are coming, the transition period that we're coming in now. So it's not the end of the physical world, but it's the end of the world as we have known it, and it's great to be a part of it. And like the REM song, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Thank you. That's my word for the day.
Oh, I felt something when you said that. Yeah, please share. Do you have something you would like to share?
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your invitation, for your dedication, Alfred, and for your really amazing energy and your words, and for your offer to share this video and talk about the conference and everything in your network. And of course, we forgot to mention, or we should mention, maybe we are talking about it next time, that you prepared just a 30 minutes video that I promised you that I would share, probably together with Raymond. We have to see at the UFO Disclosure Conference how we do it with the translation, and Nana, we have to see. But you are part of it, even if you're not here coming physically, what I still would like you to think about. Come with everybody, grab them all, put them into your suitcase, come over to Germany. But even if you can't, or make it possible to come physically, you are still so much with us already now, and now in the next month, and totally and probably forever. The connection is made, and I hope to make the connection with you, sweetheart, physically, and hug you.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much. That is so kind. So kind. Yes, I felt enormous privilege and support of being able to submit a 30-minute documentary on my new book, Exopolitics and the Advanced Civilization on Venus. Oh, look at that. That's a copy of the book. And thank you so much for having that, Anja. That is wonderful. Okay. Well, I think this has been a blessed and really an elevating time that we've spent here. And I'm just looking forward to sharing that far and wide on the planet, and to seeing you both soon later. in the month. Okay. Until soon.
Thank you, Alfred. Much appreciated.